Okay, I'm going to repeat a story from a conversation I had with a counter guy at a place that I buy parts from. Now, some small refrigerators, some household refrigerators, some commercial regions, small ones, will have a small amount of flammable hydrocarbon refrigerant like R290 or R600A. Now, there are a few appliances like that. Now, these are flammable. You need to be careful with them. Now, the story is, now, 4 or 5 years ago, there was a very, very bad, high-rise apartment complex fire in London. It killed maybe hundreds of people. It had this flammable siding on the side of the building. It was in the process of replacing it. This building caught fire, burned, and a bunch of people were trapped and couldn't get out. Now, the story that the conversation, I got in a conversation with one of the counter guys over flammable refrigerants. Why do we really need, like R134A is a perfectly good refrigerant. R404A for low temp stuff is perfectly good for low temp stuff. Why do we need two hydrocarbon refrigerants, that are flammable? I never quite figured out that, but the story that the guy told me was that there was a service tech was working on a refrigerator in one of the apartments in this high rise in London that had to cut a line. It was going to solder a valve on there, and either he was in the process of using a lighter to light up a cigarette, or the lady that was in the apartment was going to light up a cigarette. With this flammable hydrocarbon escaping, when he had to cut a line, and it caught fire, got to the siding, and caught the building on fire. That's the story he told to me. Now, this may be true. This may be just some urban legend. I don't know. But when I work on one of those, one that that's either R290 or 600A, I'll take it out to clean air, where it's outside and it's got a vent where it's not going to build up a pocket of raw gas where it can be flammable. And even then, I'll give it a period of time, before I light up my torch to let it dissipate. Now, if a guy's got to work on a piece of equipment in a kitchen, what you do, you get there when the kitchen is closed. You make sure all the pilots are off on all the stoves and stuff, and then you dump the gas out. You give it plenty of time to ventilate. That's recommended anyway. Okay, that's my advice. It's either a true story, or if it's a true story, very, very sad. I don't know why that's how some of the families of some of the people that survived the fire, that their loved ones perished, don't go back to manufacturers of some of these hydrocarbon refrigerants and sue them and make them stop using them. Like I said, I don't know why we need flammable hydrocarbon refrigerants, because there are other perfectly decent refrigerants around there that could replace these. Just my thought. Bye-bye.